It's Coach P, a.k.a. Goat Doe and unofficial assistant coaches, the official, unofficial voice of Alabama football. Y'all keep asking, Coach, who gonna be our next head coach? Since we lost the original GOAT, the GOAT of all GOATs, who the next coach at Alabama? Someone asked, should we avoid hiring a big name to keep them from suffering trying to fill Saban's shoes? And my reply is a big heck no. We gotta hire another big name right now. Ain't no letting the program slip and then trying to build it back up. We got to keep this wheel rolling. I remember the days before Saban came. We had NFL connections come down. We thought Mike Shula was going to do what Nick Saban did. It was hard to bring this program back. So while it's rolling, we got to capitalize and keep it rolling. As we stand in the process now, the Oregon coach, Dan Lanning, has announced that he's staying at Oregon. He was picked as one of the top coaches, being that he's from under the Nick Saban coaching tree. The brand gonna sell itself, but we need somebody with some muscle on the coaching name as well. That coach got a lot of potential, but I need someone with a proven track record that speaks for him before he even enters the room. That coach with our brand, yeah, it'll be great recruiting, but you will have to sell it. I want the image already sold to you before we even talk to you. Lane Kiffin cool, but Lane Kiffin ain't never succeeded nowhere. I don't want our brand to make you who you are. You don't break up with a girlfriend then get back with her. You leave that bitch in the past. I like Lane, Mr. Twitter Fingers. Tweet more than Donald Trump. Cool guy. Risky at the same time. But at least he ain't Draymond Green. When he know his name high, he know how to chill out. At least try to stay off the scene. Good guy, but not a proven record to come and take over as one of the next GOATs. We need somebody with that GOAT character. Lane can relate to the players. He cool, he hip, but we talking GOATs. We talking about Alabama. Lane at a good school for his caliber of coaching. We need another GOAT over here. Shout out to Deion. I wouldn't be against Deion getting hired at Alabama because he already proved he's a master recruiter. The man got the #1 player in the nation to go to a HBCU. Imagine who he can get to come to Bama. And we've already shown that sometimes we ain't had the greatest coaching staff around Saban. We've had just recruiters at OC and DC. Guys that were not fit for those jobs, but we put them there because of their expert recruiting, which goes to say if Deion came here and just got all the best players here in the nation, we can still keep the ball rolling no matter who coaching, to be honest. Make sure you get you a hot OC, a hot DC, and the brand will take care of itself. But without Deion being a proven winner so far and having the type season he had, even though this was his first season, but you know they still go judge, some go hate. We lost to Louisiana Monroe our first year, but Alabama's not going to give Deion everything he wants to come here. But they may, because like I said, if he can just bring all the best talent here, that's all we really want. As of now, we are addicted to having the best. We see that even on some games where we have been outcoached, that the best players still may prevail. Having the advantage of having all the best players plays a part in final outcomes. Deion has proven he can get top tier players to schools that these guys would have never looked at before. Imagine if he was at Bama. But that's not the coach I would put my heart in hiring, only because the track record ain't there. If Deion got the job, I'd love it. But you're going to have to start kicking butt at Colorado before they push that button in Tuscaloosa. Deion can recruit some players, but Deion with an Alabama bag could be crazy. But like I said, my mind is still elsewhere. You got your coach at Washington. Nice coach, up and coming. X and O, schemes. I like it. I got some people saying they think the coach at Washington might be the next. He got old Jimmy Sexton as an agent too. Nick Saban agent. You know what that means. He could very well be our next coach. Your star player going to the league. There's no guarantee you can take that caliber team back to the playoffs. This was probably your best chance you're going to have out there with that. He might be ready for a new scenery. And you know you can't forget about Dabo. Well, we forgot about Dabo. Dabo was lined up to be that guy at one point, but that ship has drowned and wrecked. Do not try to build a submersive to go find it. If Dabo had a good team this year, Bama don't even make the playoffs because the Florida State beating a good Clemson team would have counted for something. Florida State beating the Clemson team that Dabo been putting out there recently, don't bring that down here. It's only two people that can keep this wheel going without skipping a beat, without the brand having to cover for them. Well, only way you walk into a living room, that recruiters go come with you only because you coaching at Bama. I want a recruit ready to go with you because of you who you are and also you coaching at Bama. Kirby Smart, the biggest teacher pet of all time. The biggest I want to be Saban clone of all time. Is of course the main guy that can fill this role. But he's at his alma mater. He's not going nowhere. He finna stick it out there for the rest of his life. It's over with. Even though he ain't disrespected Nick or talked down knowing that Nick is truly his daddy, he still left Kirby and love him for every year that he was here. But now we straight on Kirby. Plus we know he ain't going nowhere. But it's another coach that ain't at his alma mater that's still out there wide open. Ain't even in the top 30 amongst paid coaches in college football. The main argument y'all make for Lane Kiffin is that he been to Alabama and he know what it's like here. He know the pressure. He know what we expect. He know the role. Well, Sark been here too. Like the youngsters say, Sark know how we get down. Sark has been in the SEC, hit the NFL, back to the SEC. Sark still got NFL ties. Sark know what that league bout. Y'all forgot the trajectory of the USC program before he got fired. He didn't get fired for being a poor coach. He got fired for bad decisions. And ever since coming down here to Alabama, the Nick Saban coaching rehab clinic, this man ain't been nothing but a model citizen. And like I say, he has the image now to fill that void of Bear, Nick, and who you got that can come and fill those type shoes. I think Sark can grow into that guy. We will always be a defensive-minded school. Smash mouth and defense. That's our true identity. All he would need is to just keep a DC true to that form. And you bring those creative plays for our offense, and I bet we'll catch fire. See what he did against Ohio State in 2020. I can only imagine if Water was fully healthy. Oh my goodness. Your best weapon finna go to the league early. You might as well come on this way. Auburn fans getting happy Ryan Williams decommitted. Hopefully we get him back, but if not, it look like he might go to Texas. Get Sark and we ain't got to worry about that. We'll have 99 problems, but Ryan Williams won't be one. We'll be hollering welcome back. Texas been trying their best to get back to the promised land. You know how hard it is to turn a program around? Texas been trying their best for the longest to turn that program around, just like we did before Saban got here. Sark got them in them playoffs. And don't think they team got rollover of 4- and 5-star recruits year after year after year after year like we have. So you bring Sark back over here with all this firepower, and it ain't no telling what that man can do. He has some good players over there at Texas now, but we got great players over here all around the board. Sark ain't even in the top 30 of paid coaches in college football. So don't give me that, we ain't got the money, we ain't got the oil money. It ain't about who got the most money. You only can pay these guys so much. This man making like 5.6 a year. You think now that we interested, they gonna give him a college record $20 million next year? No. Even if we did get into a bidding war, what's Texas $10 million versus our $10 million when you can be put in line to be the best to ever do a part 3? Or really make your own name. Nick ain't in Bear shadows. You wouldn't be in Nick's shadows once you come and start winning. You go start your own reign and make the next coach want to replace you when you find the lead. Got NFL ties, good recruiter. He probably would have been the best recruiter versus us if he never get fired while he was still at USC. A lot of those West Coast players that we end up getting, they probably wouldn't have came if Sark was still at USC. Or he would have gave us a good run for those players. So don't forget, Sark can recruit. Sark has been here. Sark has NFL ties. Sark know how hard it is to be here. Sark ain't getting paid over there. Buy him out and Jimbo his ass. Give him everything. Anybody else, we taking risks. We just be banking on the fact that our brand is so high right now that anybody can step in. We got to keep somebody to keep this thing rolling. One thing about it, no one has ever seen a run like this before. So it's no telling how long the stigma of Alabama greatness can linger over college football. We've never seen a recruit run like this. We've never seen a win cycle like this. Let's capitalize on it. Bring in the next coach who ain't scared of this pressure. You don't have to flip the program like Nick Saban did. All you got to do is keep the train moving, baby. It ain't that hard. Just come over here and do what you're trying to do at every other school. Win. The same pressure at those other schools you go get over here. Of course, it's going to be more because this the best. But you shouldn't have your head in the media anyway. Saban didn't even have social media accounts. For what? That man worked. So forget what the media talking about. Forget what the fans saying. Forget pressure that don't matter. Come over here and win. Bring that recruiting and let's team up. Your name with this school. Max it out. Bring the man and see what we got. We ain't got nothing to lose. Put it all on Sark. But any other coach that I named, I'm cool with them too. But if you ask my opinion, bring Sark back. We got a defensive school. I'll take that offensive-minded head coach and let him pick the best DC out here and keep these recruits rolling. And I think everything else will handle itself. It's Coach P, a.k.a. Go Do It, the unofficial assistants. You might know me as Coach Oos, Honorary Uso. Make sure you check us out on patreon.com/Coach John Doe, the #1 Patreon in the South. Bye!